Most people aren't getting denied because there is no business funding or there is no funding to start any business. You're getting denied because you're not prepared. So let's talk about the continuation of the red flags that is going to hinder you and stop you. If you don't change these things, you might as well be in the number to say, hey, I can't get business funding. Now, listen and take notes and execute. Listen, take notes and execute. This is the order of the day for this conversation of the red flags that we're going to talk about because we're going to get you out there into the business of getting your funding. And then also, if you're locally, coming up with a workshop in June of this year. So stay tuned for that. That will be further details later. And it's going to be one day a VIP. It's going to be, I don't know. It's going to be a workshop. It's going to be workshop plus execution. And if some of these things I'm saying to you, you want to do them, we are going to dive deeper and we're going to take action on them. So it's not going to be me sitting up there talking all day. It's going to be a workshop. It's going to be, you're going to be working and you're going to be making things happen. And so when you leave there, you're going to be closer to your goals. So stay tuned for that. All right. Now, back to what I was going to say. The red flags. Red flags are those things that can get in your way, can be, hey, a sign for you, and it's kind of like a pattern. And so we have to change a lot of things. We have to change our behavior for one. So the behaviors that I'm going to speak of today is what some of the things that you're not doing. You got to change that. Let's say change that. Change that. That's what you're going to have to do. Now, shall we begin? First things, it's the day is going to be, we're going to talk about operations. Your operational business goals should be, and you should eliminate the red flags by doing this. Don't do, don't not do this. Do these things that I'm going to mention. And so some of the red flags is not preparing yourself for having your standard operating procedures, meaning having what am I going to be, how am I going to have this business structured b- besides selling? If it comes to the point that you want it to grow, most, I want to say all lending really, or all gifting, meaning grants, require this knowledge. And they call it SOP, standing operating procedures. And at the run of a day, and at the run of a week, and at the run of a month, how will your business grow in a sense and be managed? Because management is going to take you places that you can't imagine that you can go in any business that you decide to do. And there's a lot entailed with that. There's, if you're going to have a team, what is going to be the run of the day, what you want them to do, what's going to be the job description, what you're going to be looking for in that person, what's going to be, the maybe the pay rate, what's going to be things that's going to keep them working with you, all of those things, what's going to keep them you measurable, reaching the goals that you want to be reached in your organization, in your business, in your future enterprise, okay? Your future maybe $1 billion business. So let's not think small in this, okay? And so you don't have any workflow, things like that. And when you get this together, and if your lender or your grantor, they see these things, it'll look good in your favor because they'll know that, like I said in that other video, they'll know that you are serious about what you're doing. You are very serious. Now, this one here, I had to struggle with for a long time when I first started out. And really, I, I, I couldn't pay anybody, back then when I first started it. No delegation, delegate some of your work out to other people. If you can't even hire anyone right now in your business, delegate some of the work out to maybe like contracting work or Upwork or Fiverr. And then there's a list of other, you know, gig work that you can give others as well. Do contracting work, contract someone out for a project or two, but you still need to have your standard and operating procedures out for that. And so that's one of the things too. That's a red flag that may it'll kind of bite you in the butt later on. Okay, it'll bite you. And having access to, like future talent or having access to people that can help you grow your business later on. Just prepare yourself for that, and then you show that in your proposals or whatever you're going to do to get that business opportunity up and running. Do that. Show that. And how are you going to, I'm gonna leave you with this one. How are you going to deliver your product or your service? I'm not talking about surface. I'm talking about fulfillment. What company will you use? How will that run in a day? See, all of this need to be in your standard operating procedures, manual or PDF or whatever, however you create it, whatever you do. All of this kind of stuff need to be in there. If you're going to be a service business, how will you deliver it? What softwares will you use? What time of day will you do it? And just like if you have a product, when are you going to ship it out? What fulfillment, what kind of like back end office software will you use? Would it be connected to your bank account? And then you use, because I know with my beauty product, well, at one time I was using ShipStation. And I still use them somewhat now, but I'm talking about something like that. And it's just like when your orders come in, it goes through them and then it prints out. You can email and even printing out even your labels. And I know sometimes you have to crawl before you walk in business, but at least this is why when you're asking for the funding, this is why you're asking for funding so where you can go and do it a little bit more efficient, right? And so where you can grow. And they know that when you're asking for this funding, they know how it works for the most part. And that's why you have to connect yourself with the companies that are knowledgeable about what you're doing, or if not that, the type of business, like more of a product and service business, those are the ones that you would, if you're asking for a grant, those are the ones that you would reach out to because they know the language of what you're doing. And for those with a service, those kind of service businesses, those are the ones that you would reach out to for a grant. If you, speaking of grants, but when it comes down to loans and things like that, that's totally different. You can just put it out there and they know that in order to grow your business, they know you need these things. You need these systems. You need these SOPs. You need other things. You need a team. You need talent. They know that. So it's not like you're telling them something foreign. If if you don't have that in there, they're probably saying, "Oh, they're not ready for this," or "I don't think they know what they're doing." And so you don't want to be labeled as that. You're not knowing what you're doing. And then I'm gonna say this to you. So your readiness, make sure that you are ready for these opportunities. The readiness includes registering. If you're going to do contract, registering on SAM.gov. Once you get your foot in the door with SAM.gov, you got your foot in the door, you're registered, you can search, And then any opportunity come up, you can be prepared to get it. You'll be right there, stepping in the door to get what you need. And having being another red flag too in this area, in this readiness area, not having your NAICS code, not having your DUNS number. I'm seeing now on a lot of information and documents, they require that. Don't sit there and have to fill out an application for something and working on something to be able to get yourself to the next level. And you don't even know. You got to go look this stuff up. You may miss out on the opportunity of what you need at that moment because you're putting the cart before the horse, or you don't should have put the cart up here and you didn't do it, and then now you got to go backwards and look, be prepared. Red flags, don't do this, okay? Do not do this. And another thing, and I don't think a lot of business owners think about, and I don't see this too much, making sure that you know whether you need insurance, what kind of compliance you need for whatever opportunity you're going to get yourself involved with, knowing what it's going to cost you. Don't you if let's look listen if a loan officer want to give you money, or if you they want someone want to give you a loan, do you not think that they want to make sure that you got some insurance, you got some liability that going on, you're protected. They want you protected, so ask for that money too as well, and know what that money involves. So don't leave this out. It's a red flag. You're not thinking about insurance. Okay. Policies, terms, and agreements, and those things. That's different from your standard and operating procedures. Policies and procedures manual, please have those in place for your business. It's going to eliminate the chaos later on from others that want to sink you, or from others that want to, Man, you're not going to be able to please everybody in business. Absolutely not. So don't even think you are, but have something in place to protect your business, protect you, your intellectual property, protect you all the way around. These are non-negotiables. These are things that are red flags because people don't have them in place. And these are red flags that do not get you to the next level because they're saying that, they're not really prepared for the real business world. And all of these is not going to cost you it's not going to cost you much. It may cost you a little time sitting down, maybe gathering the information, or you may, speak to an attorney, draft you one up, and maybe go see a business attorney about it. Okay? All right. Last thing. Last thing, and you probably don't even have this in your personal life, but if you don't have it in your personal life, you need to make it a habit. This red flag here will get you nowhere. You can't even see the future without this. A bookkeeping system. You don't have a bookkeeping system. You don't know where your money going. You don't know how it's going to get there. You don't see the picture, the bigger picture right there in your face. How in the world are you going to get anywhere? How are you going to plan anything? Because you're not going anywhere because you don't even know what's going on. Bookkeeping is the organization of the day. Whether you have a system, whether you have a software, whether you have, QuickBooks is a good one, whether you have anything of the sort, stop not wanting to spend money in your business. You can go to the mall and shop, or you can go and on trips and go online. You're putting money in things that is not bringing you a return on your investment other than to feel good. And hey, that's temporarily, momentarily. That's not lasting. Okay. That's a quick fix and a quick high. And let's change that. Okay. So, anyway, those are the red flags that I want to mention to you this morning. And you are created for greatness. And so, like I said earlier, I'm getting ready to do a local workshop, you know, um, business event. And I want you to keep that in mind. And so maybe you'll come. We're going to have workbooks. I'm going to start posting everything, getting everything final. I'm just trying to get the dates together with the hotel so we can get that up and running and going. And so anyway, Hopefully it'll be June of this year. Yeah, I was trying to get it for March, but she didn't have anything, and April is my birthday month. I'm not doing it. I won't be doing it during that time. And then, so anyway, I know it's going to be a lot of things going on, proms and graduations and things like that between April and May. So I get June. Everybody hopefully will be in a different mind frame, with a different mind frame. So if you missed this one, I don't know. This one here is going to come with some perks that I'm going to only going to give to this workshop. Yeah, like additional things after the workshop. You can work with me additionally after. Yes, I don't know. I may just gift that to you. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how it goes and how it flows. All right. All right. Remember, you were created for greatness. You have greatness within you. You are the best thing yet. You are the best thing God created. And look, show God that you appreciate what He's done for you by using those gifts that He's given you. Okay. All right. I have a beautiful day. Bye bye. Bye bye.